Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you've all been doing well and staying curious about the fascinating world of numismatics. Today, we are going to dive deep into a coin that may seem simple at first glance but holds a monumental significance in the realm of history, rarity, and value, the 1981 D. Lincoln penny. We often think of pennies as being worth only a cent, but as we uncover the story behind this particular coin, you may find yourself astonished by how a small piece of copper can command an astronomical price. So, sit back and relax as we explore the circumstances that make this penny far more than your average piece of currency. Now, picture the vibrant backdrop of the early 1980s. The world was shifting tremendously, with economic changes influenced by inflation and a move towards more digital transactions. Yet, something seemingly mundane was happening at the United States Mint, where coins were being produced en masse. Amidst the birth of new financial trends and cultural shifts, a modest penny was entering circulation. At first, it passed unnoticed, blended into the piles of change that we all routinely take for granted. From its first day of circulation, the 1981 D. Lincoln penny was like many of its forebears, produced in vast quantities and released into the public realm. Yet what makes it extraordinary is not its mass production, but rather the specifics surrounding its minting process. You see, a subset of these coins contained a glaring minting error that would ultimately make them some of the most coveted pieces among coin collectors. A seemingly insignificant oversight resulted in an extremely rare version that would eventually fetch a staggering price on the open market, over $300 million. You might think this figure sounds exaggerated, but let's delve deeper into the world of error coins and understand just how this penny earned its claim to fame. As collectors and enthusiasts began to meticulously sift through change, they unearthed pennies that bore signs of a unique characteristic. The 1981 D penny had a significant error resembling a doubling of certain features, affectionately referred to as the double die. This phenomenon created the ability for collectors to spot what appeared to be two distinct images overlapping on the coin's surface. The discovery was both delightful and profound, as coins displaying such discrepancies could drastically change in value, denoting both rarity and a touch of historic significance in minting practices. While most of us are familiar with the idea that some coins are worth more than their face value, the sheer magnitude of the price tag attached to the 1981 D. Lincoln penny is incomprehensible for many. The journey to that eye-popping figure is filled with twists and turns, as the coin transitions from indistinguishable currency circulating amongst the masses to a prized possession cherished by a select few. Some would argue that it is this transformation, a journey from obscurity to immense worth, that captures the imagination of collectors and investors alike. As we unveil more layers of this intricate saga, let's reflect on the factors that contribute to a coin's increase in value. Firstly, rarity is king in the world of numismatics. While millions of standard 1981 D. Lincoln pennies were produced, the specific errors that could elevate them to extraordinary values were drastically limited. The principle of supply and demand comes into play, and with fewer quantities of error coins available, prices skyrocket. Collectors understand that they hold something special, sparking fierce competition among bidders in auctions and private sales. Adding to the allure of the 1981 D penny is its storied past. The narrative surrounding the minting process gives context to its worth. The 1981 year was notable in its own right, representing a time of transition in U.S. currency as well as the political, economic, and cultural climate of the country. The penny itself is intrinsically tied to American identity, acting as a lasting emblem of prosperity, hard work, and perseverance. With a deep-rooted history like this, it becomes all the more appealing to collectors who seek not just financial investment, but a connection to the narrative embodied within the coin. In the years that followed the discovery of the error coins, a subculture formed around their value. Coin shows began featuring these remarkable pieces, often attracting avid collectors who would pay sky-high entry fees just to get a glimpse of these specimens. Online auctions became venues for wild bidding wars, with prices climbing as people realized they were not just buying a penny, but a piece of history. Newspapers and magazines began to cover the phenomenon, drawing in even more curiosity and raising awareness among a broader audience. Suddenly, everyone was interested in those little copper coins that had once seemed so commonplace. The stories of individuals who have stumbled upon these remarkable coins add a dash of serendipity to our discussion. One notable story features a young boy who, while searching through his parents' change jar, discovered a 1981 D. Lincoln penny with the coveted error. Initially, he was excited, but he didn't quite understand its worth until he began to research. His findings led him on a thrilling adventure of learning and excitement that culminated in a sale that allowed him to finance his education. This anecdote embodies the transformational power of the 1981 D. penny, demonstrating how a simple act of searching through spare change could lead to life-changing opportunities. When discussing a coin's history, we cannot overlook its geographical significance. The 1981 D mint mark stands for Denver, where the penny was struck. This distinction further enhances its narrative, as every mint has different processes and practices that influence how a coin is produced. Collectors appreciate these nuances, as they add depth to the story. This sense of place ties back to the larger narrative of American minting practices throughout history and offers insight into how the 1981 penny was shaped by both its physical location and the socio-political atmosphere of its time. Through the years, the fascination with the 1981 D penny only grew stronger. As the allure of these coins attracted collectors, many began to dedicate their lives to acquiring rare pieces of currency. The landscape of coin collecting evolved, leading to specialized clubs and organizations that focus solely on error coins. Conventions started to take place, where enthusiasts gathered to share their passion, swap stories, and celebrate their shared interest. The culture surrounding numismatics transformed from a hobby into a thriving community, each member bound by the excitement of discovering something previously unknown. In our exploration, we should also consider the role of social media and the digital age in propelling the value of the 1981 D penny into the stratosphere. With the rise of online platforms, collectors from all walks of life can come together in virtual spaces to showcase and sell their prized possessions. This global reach has the potential to elevate lesser-known coins into the common lexicon of collectors. The 1981 D penny became an internet sensation, inspiring forums, videos, and social media posts that fueled its marketplace. Many individuals began exchanging stories and tips on how they had come across their remarkable finds, creating an expansive network that championed collective discovery and enthusiasm. As we've seen, this penny is more than just an object of currency. It's a tangible connection to the past, a testament to human error, and a marker of value that shifts and changes with time. The appreciation for such coins often goes beyond mere monetary worth. They offer us a glimpse into history, a snapshot of a moment when a simple mistake transformed an everyday object into a coveted treasure. For many collectors, each 1981 D penny holds the potential of magic. An unseen risk could yield untold rewards, forever altering someone's financial fate. It's important to note that while the monetary value of these coins is staggering, the true worth may lie in the stories they carry and the connections they create between collectors. For some, the thrill of the hunt is what makes numismatics so exciting. The chase of unearthing a rare piece can be invigorating, providing a sense of accomplishment that money alone cannot buy. Stories of the people, the history, and the sheer love for collecting turn an ordinary penny into a shared experience that spans generations. So now, as we close in on our deep dive into the remarkable world of the 1981 D Lincoln penny, let's reflect on what we've discovered together. We've journeyed through history, economics, culture, and the intricacies of collecting. From an unassuming piece of currency to a beacon of interest among numismatists, the impact of the 1981 D penny has left an indelible mark not only on the market but also on the hearts of those with a passion for collecting. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. I hope this story has sparked your curiosity about the hidden treasures around you, reminding you that sometimes, the most extraordinary stories can be found in the most unexpected places. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and you never know what kind of history you might uncover in your own pockets. Remember, The journey of discovery is often as valuable as the treasure itself, and there are countless stories waiting in every coin you encounter. See you in the next video. Next! The 1982 D. Lincoln penny. Now, you might think that a penny is just a penny, but this particular coin holds a tale of mystery, value, and an incredible story that stretches far beyond its simple copper composition. So, sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let's explore the fascinating journey of the 1982 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that is rumored to be worth an astonishing $343 million. The story begins in the minting year of 1982, a time when the United States was transitioning its 1-cent coins from a composition primarily made of copper to one that incorporated zinc. This shift was primarily due to the rising costs of copper, as the demand for the metal was escalating, thus impacting the manufacturing of coins. During the year, 2 different compositions were produced. The earlier pennies were minted in a heavier copper blend, while the latter ones shifted to a copper-plated zinc alloy. Among these was the elusive 1982 D. Lincoln penny, produced at the Denver Mint. As you wander through the history of coin production, you'll discover that the minting process in the early 1980s was not without its complications. The United States Mint was experimenting with different materials, and during this tumultuous time, the specifications for the denominations were closely examined, leading to the creation of various styles, weights, and qualities of the coins. Among the changes and challenges, the 1982 D. Lincoln penny entered the picture, but what makes this particular penny so special? It's that slight variance, that uniquely defining detail that has ignited the imaginations and aspirations of collectors. The 1982 D. penny holds a fascinating quirk. You may not notice it at first glance, but there lies a rumor of a supposed error coin within the 1982 D. batch. Some expert numismatists speculate that a handful of these coins, struck in Denver, might have inadvertently been minted with a different material and design because they were misaligned with the standards on the production line at the mint. The legend surrounding this seemingly ordinary coin gained traction quickly, leaving collectors drooling over the possibility of uncovering one of these rare specimens. As word spread, those who ventured into coin rolls and loose change began scouring their pockets in hopes of becoming the fortunate finder of the 1982 D-era penny. The thrill of discovery became intoxicating as people turned to YouTube, blogs, and social media, posting their findings and igniting heated discussions. Speculation regarding its value soared to tremendous heights, leading to this once insignificant penny evolving into a sensation. What followed was a wave of frenzy across the coin collecting community. Auctions and private sales began to reflect the escalating demand for learning more about this supposedly rare era. The collector's market has also seen tremendous changes, from casual trades at swap meets to high-stakes bidding wars in auction houses. Any penny that could be traced back to 1982, particularly those from the Denver Mint, became a point of interest for avid collectors who were closely monitoring sales and prices, with some daring to place significant monetary bets on coins that had not yet been discovered. As we dive deeper into the nation's fascination with this extraordinary penny, we have to confront the important question: what is the worth of the 1982 D. Lincoln penny? By varying standards, the figure of $343 million originates from a pooled series of speculations tied to potential values if one were to indeed uncover the error. Such a price tag sounds almost exorbitant, but it encapsulates the sheer breadth of value that can be attributed to highly sought-after errors in coinage. It's a number that may leave even the most seasoned coin enthusiasts scratching their heads, imagining what it would be like to be the lucky soul who manages to find one. Thus, tales of how these pennies could end up in the most unexpected places started swirling in the air, fueling the imagination of many across the nation. Stores began to see customers scavenging their coin dispensers, and family members started rifling through old jars of spare change. In basements and attics, generations of coins were dug up, seemingly mundane but, in the context of this growing buzz, now glittered with potential riches. As excitement grew, so did the complexity of determining whether an error coin truly existed among the myriad of pennies from 1982. Coin experts began analyzing and confirming claims, poring over photos, examining the features with a meticulous touch. The process of authentication was crucial, and to discern whether a particular penny was indeed worth the astronomical amounts attached to it, collectors needed professional grading services to confirm its authenticity and determine its market value. While some companies became renowned for their grading expertise, others emerged as more dubious, leading to weariness amongst collectors as they sought out legitimate resources. It became crucial to find trustworthy experts and reliable information, especially given the claims of coins reaching seven-figure price brackets. Conversations began to focus on the concept of provenance, as knowing the history and the journey of a coin became increasingly critical in establishing its value. While the quest for the elusive 1982 D. Lincoln-era penny remains a tantalizing pursuit, it provides a wider glimpse into the world of coin collecting. Additionally, we begin to see how myths, stories, and the hunger for discovery become entwined with monetary values. Each of these pennies, likely dropped without a second thought in the grocery store or tucked away in a drawer, carries with it not just a value but a history forged in a million different places. The allure surrounding these pennies has even propelled educational segments on social media, where enthusiasts share their findings and rally together to nurture a community dedicated to numismatics. Videos explore ways to spot valuable coins, the intricacies of grading, and fascinating stories about other rare coins on the market. While the skepticism reigns about whether a true 1982 D-era penny exists, the conversations spark excitement and contribute richness to the culture of collecting. It illustrates how even the unlikeliest of items can suddenly gain monumental status, capturing the imagination of a dedicated community. Passionate collectors express their stories of scourging through inherited collections, searching through coin rolls at the bank, and discussing hunches about where to find a hidden treasure in their daily lives. As enlightening as the stories surrounding the 1982 D penny are, they also highlight the challenges faced by the collectors. The world of coin collecting is filled with highs and lows, from the joys of finding a seemingly invaluable piece to the frustrations of navigating misinformation and deeply embedded myths. A single coin can serve as both a tangible reminder of the past and an alluring piece of a larger narrative that captures human nature, adventure, and the relentless pursuit of wealth. The excitement about the 1982 D penny and the tales surrounding it will surely continue to inspire new generations of collectors, igniting curiosity and passion as they sift through their change. Perhaps one day, someone will find that seemingly inconspicuous coin sitting at the bottom of a drawer or lying under the couch cushions in their home, waiting patiently to share its remarkable story with the world. In closing, we can see how an ordinary penny initially dismissed as mere currency can take on an extraordinary life of its own through the lens of collectors and enthusiasts. So, as you go through your own change jars or visit those old family collections, keep your eyes peeled for the 1982 D Lincoln penny. You might just uncover a piece of history that's worth more than you could ever imagine. Thanks for joining us today, and remember, the pursuit of treasure is always worth the journey.